Through it all, through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. Now born again, I can't do today. Through it all. Hey, Musa, Bachelor, how are you? Good morning. Hey, I said good morning. No could no mind me. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How are we all doing? Hope we all had good evening, sis. Shankweno, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I greet everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful day. For those of you who are still at work, I hope everything is going smart. How are we all doing? I'm doing fine. I am watching movie. I am watching as movie is unfolding. Oh yes, I am recovering now, and I'm back to my reality from tomorrow. I get in time today. I ensure I won't do. I get in time. I ensure I won't do today. All these Nigerian employers, we go just come the Miss Yan. Yes, how is everyone doing? How is everybody doing? Oh, it's Moniepoint. It's a fintech company in Nigeria. Don't worry. I would gist to the gist. Make we flow. I go gist to the gist. It's a fintech. It's a tech company in Nigeria. A fintech company in Nigeria, and but hey, just like most employers for Nigeria, they will just be Miss Yanni. Most employers in Nigeria. Hey, Jem, you know what? We keep missing ourselves. I'm so sorry. I will call you after the show. After the show, please call me. I will call you after the show. Either way, just call me. Please, don't be angry. Please don't be offended. I'm so sorry. Say, it's my birthday weekend, so I was just busy. I've just been busy. Self-care now. As life be. Make I sing one song give una. I just see one record. Now I say make I sing am. Make una hear. Please, before I proceed, I want to show something. You see, please let me address this. I'm not necessarily interested. I just want to talk about it. You see, followers, wetin followers go do all this wahala. Wetin followers go do? Apa followers onika. Mumbo, hold on, just give me 1 minute. Hello. Àlàáfíà. Ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n pè yín padà tí n bá ṣe nǹkan lọ́wọ́ tí n bá ṣe tán máa pè yín. All right. Bó ṣe wá pa. Okay. Tí n bá ṣe tán máa pè yín definitely. All right, ma. All right. Love you. Bye. Okay. You see all this rigmarole wey dey happen for social media. I just dey look, dey laugh. You know wetin me I dey find? Person wey go mention Person we go using real face, we go using real face. No be fake profile. We go using real face. We get full chest. We go using full chest. Take mention my name. No be say make you dey hide, dey talk. You go use your full chest. Take mention my name. When you use your full chest, take mention my name. Then me, I no go follow you argue because me, I no be pastor. I no be church person. My own, I no dey read Bible of 70 times 7. 70 times 7 no dey inside, dey inside my dictionary. I no dey read Bible. Okay? So, if you get full chest, make I show you wetin, me I show una. Because when I talk now, they go say, me I no dey follow person argue. My own, me na action. My case na Afrojuju Shina Peter Igba Tiwa Lode na action. Na action I go use to talk wetin I wan talk. Shey una dey see some this na Funke Ashekun, wetin be the name this morning? Abi na this afternoon, abi na this evening. Shey una see am? Ogunrun Yimika, whatever the person. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name properly. Your fake name, I can't pronounce it properly. But I just want make you use your full chest. Take call my name. You say Wura and Aduni are working for Olukoya. Abeg, use your legal name. No use fake profile. Use your real profile. Take write this thing. If me, I know they dare you. Just use your real address, your real name to write this. Na beg I dey beg o. I love you to please. Please, I just want to check something. Use your real address. Use your real name to write this. Yes, my name na Wura. I no change my name. The day wey they name me, na my name be that. Wura and Aduni are working for Olukoya. Abeg, use your real name. No hide. I know they see. Now when you no get chest, now when you dey fear, now you go write, now you go dey use fake profile. Use your real name to write what you are writing. Make I no like give you. I know who write am because I know as a person they talk, so I can tell you who wrote it. But no be me, I no go name you. I'm asking you to please use your real name to write this, okay? And then I will engage you in a legal way. I'm waiting. Me I no be pastor. I am not pastor, and I will never be Auntie me ekrolema. I am not a pastor. I'm not a pastor. I no be Olukoya. I no even send anybody. My own, shall use your full name. With your full name and your full name. Use that and write this thing. You that wrote it, you that you are hiding behind that name. I know who you are. Okay? Let me show you. Sure you don't see am. You dey see am now. Wura and Aduni are working for Olukoya. When you use your full name to write it, when you use your legal name, when you carry your full shares, come outside, write am, then I will address you. Not address, I no go use show to address you because I no get time. I will address you in a legal way. I dey come o, I see plenty of the nonsense wey you write. Me, I no follow you argue. I know whether they work for Olukoya, whether I know they work for Olukoya. By the time me and you go speak English together, you go know. Oh, okay, that's the first one. Or they might come on, make I show you the second one. There plenty way you do, but I go just show you these two so that you go know. Say, I see what you do. I just pretend I know who you are, but I want you to. If you know, say you get full chest, write them with your full name. Another one. Shall you see the other one? Make I show you now. See this same Ogun Rumi Yinka, whatever. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Your fake name, because I know I know who you be. Okay, the way you write, I can tell who you are. You say Aduni and Wura are not worthy to become yourself. Who you are, you, that Ogun Rumi Yimika, whatever your name is. You say you and your forefathers and your foremothers, they are not worthy to be called mothers. You say they be Akpanyo. When you write them, please write this in your real name. When you write it in your real name, then I will address you legally. Me, I no get time to come dey do show for you. I want you to please write it. Na beg I dey beg oh. Na beg I dey beg. Just kindly write it in your legal name. No use fake profile, use your original profile, because I know who you are. Just use your original profile. Make we check something. Me, I won't go with you on show. I don't have the time. I will do it on a legal process. Me, I be Ashagemase. Okay? I help you keep am. For one corner. No, I'm not bothering myself. I'm just saying. Because if una think say, me, I know dey follow person speak grammar. If you don't understand what you're doing, me, I will legally tell you what you are doing. So I'm just showing you so that you can see that I saw what you did. And there were so many other things. You wrote so many other things under this profile. I have marked that profile. And I'm holding it because I know you are UK based. I know you are tied to United Kingdom. You, that person. You can use fake profile. I have checked who you are. So I know who you are. But I'm waiting for you to use your legal name or to use your real profile to write it out. You have changed your VPN twice. I'm telling you so that you know that I know who you are. But me, I'm not arguing with you. I am just waiting patiently. I'm waiting patiently for you to use your real profile to write it. There are about 5 profiles linked to you. You have VPN. You use VPN in France so that you can tell that I know who you are. You have VPN. You have 2 VPN used in Nigeria. Me, I no go follow you argue. My own will be say, when you use your real profile, then I will address you legally. That's all. Onto that note, you are not worth my time because you're a fake profile. You're not worth my time. And you see, me, I know dey follow person argue. Wetin I go do? I know dey hide do am. I don talk and say anybody wey talk, anybody wey do anybody wey defame my character or you defame me, I no go follow you argue. Legally, I will engage you and I will go all the way legally. You know say for Western world, they know they do a olopa abeg. I no even get time to dey do abeg. I don't take apology. I will go full legal with you. And I will not just stop at the legal angle. I will go legal with you. I will also engage you. I will make sure you lose your stay in the UK. I can tell you that for free. I'm not doing that of maliciousness. I will go legally, full legal with you. Since you guys have decided that you don't know how to use social media, you will understand. You know it's all legal process. I no go follow and speak grammar. Anyway, let's continue. Because let us continue, Jerry. So as I was saying, it's not a case of standing way. It's not a case of standing way. You cannot commit criminal offense. That where me and Auntie Aduni, where we for pie person, you go come shalaye. Because me, I won't let you go. I won't let go. But anyway, I don't even have the time. But I'm just showing you so that you can see, because I know you wrote quite a lot, and everything you wrote have all been screenshot and sent to the appropriate body, and your VPN has been checked. And I can tell you, I from what I see, you swap and change your VPN. So you know where I'm coming from. Anyway, let us continue our show, Jari. Make I sing one song. You get one new song where I just hear. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I won't release cassette too. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon His word. I will tell you later where I will hear that song from. Let us continue the things of the spirit. WDI me, Jare. How are you? How is our wife, Jare? My people. How are you all doing? How was your day? How's your week going? It is Monday Oloyin. Una don dey say make I release record. I go release this one. I go release record now. Hey, make I sing am again. Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, para, I've learned to depend upon His words. Na new chorus we I don't hear be that. Na my new album, our new album na be that. As I was saying, Jare, this brother wey you dey look so, I have a sweet voice, no worry. I dey find kidon poruko, I dey find manager. Gem. You say make we start church. Make we start church be bawo. This one wey I no wan start church. You know they say when people go dey pray in Jesus name. Oh Lord, make a difference for us. Blah 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 blah. They come dey shake for themselves. On top, oh Lord, Daddy, in the name of Jesus, as we want to start, we will pray. Oh yeah, God, everybody, close your eyes and let us pray. Everybody, close your eyes. In Jesus' name. You see, as we're about to start this program, every spirit of lie, it should catch fire. Every spirit of amebo, it should stay put in our midst. Every spirit of liar, every spirit of fainty, make it catch fire. Now so did they start. And when they don't do prayer finish, they will come begin, they saw jam. Anyway, that's not about this today. So let us focus on our focus. I don't talk with you, I won't talk. I don't work, I leave him. This guy that you're looking at is the CEO of Moniepoint. He did a very popular video. I think that was last week. I think so. Was it last week? He did a very popular video. And that video got everybody talking. Hold on, guys. Sorry, there's someone at my door. This is my neighbor. Make it no be say he won't go. Just give me 1 minute, please. Thank you. Yeah, sorry. Now my neighbor. I am still receiving a gift. Hey. The CEO of Moniepoint. So Moniepoint is a tech company. It's a fintech company in Nigeria. This was what he said. Let's listen.
But in 2024, we made a decision that we will no longer hire from any other place than Nigeria, and we chopped the cane in 2025. We chopped the cane in 2025. You know, it hits me to the bone when Auntie Kemi also mentioned that even Alhaji Dangote was saying that Nigeria, we have, if you go to Moniepoint career websites now, which you can go and apply if you want to, we have probably maybe 500 vacancies or so. And we are struggling to find people to fill those roles. Not only could we not find people at the quality and the quantity we needed them, the few people that we found were not up to the global standards of quality that we needed. And we're competing globally. You're not competing with just local players. You people know my biggest competition. You know where they're from. They're from China. I'm competing globally. I need to make sure that I have world-class people working in the organization. And here I am, looking for Nigerians that cannot meet the requirements that we need to meet to be able to compete and build world-class products. I blame quite a bit of things. I blame our education system. I used to feel like Nigerians are really, really bright, and I am honestly beginning to feel like we need to do something to prevent the general IQ of this country from going lower. I am really, really worried. I used to feel like intelligence is equally distributed around the world. But I am realizing now that environment shapes a lot of things. I am realizing that the social media that we are consuming all the time. I am realizing now that the values that are shaping our systems now, the hookup culture, the yahoo yahoo culture, the let me just do cool things because that's what matters culture. The level that people are reasoning in this country is not as high as it used to be. And this is coming from me that I am a die-hard Nigerian that want Nigerians to grow. I feel like this is a role model problem. This is the problem that the person that they see around them is that local boy that has collected $30,000. And they want to be like him. In the grand scheme of what you can create in a 200 million population, there are many other alternatives to becoming a big boy yahoo boy. There are many alternatives to becoming a hookup babe that is showing how she is traveling to Dubai, and everybody wants to be like her. So we have it in us. All we just need to do is develop our human capital, change this mentality that we have about within our current youth that don't see any other path because of maybe the failure of our government and the lack of faith that they have in them, and are thinking in a different direction. And lastly, also the fact that there is mass emigration of talent from the country is also leading to.
Now, let's come to Brother Tosin. Now, before we go to what Tosin, the owner of Moniepoint, said, imagine us living in a country where millions of young people are desperately searching for jobs, right? In Nigeria right now, 64% of the Nigerian population are young people under the age of 30. Right? 64% of the entire Nigerian population are young people under the age of 30. That is what World Population Statistics says. Okay? Oh, thank you, Mose. Please kindly like and share, please. Kindly like and share the show. Thank you. Now, obviously, Nigerian government, with the statistics that they release, the population of unemployment in Nigeria. Let me see, unemployment. Just give me 1 minute. I was chopping. Just give me 1 minute, please. Unemployment. Okay, so the percentage of unemployment, I don't think this is accurate, but anyway, they are claiming that the percentage of unemployment in Nigeria right now is sitting at 5.5%, which I think is more than that, but that's what they've got in the National Statistics of National Bureau of Statistics. That's what they have. I think it's way more than that, but hey, that's what they are saying. Now, if there's unemployment in Nigeria, the question then is, what is driving unemployment? Is Nigeria truly suffering from unemployment, or are we facing a dangerous skill crisis? Right? Because there are two things. It's possible to have unemployment. It's possible that there's concerns around unemployment. But then the question is, what about the skills? Do we have the young people? Are they exposed to the right skills? What is our education curriculum? How is our education curriculum addressing that? Okay, and then the labor market as well. The policies around employment. How is it addressing around skills and employment? How is that addressing the unemployment rate? Because it's not just about the labor market. It's not just about education. It's about the policies around it. So let us take a step back and look at our school system, our education system. If you look at this Mr. Tosin that is speaking, he went to public schools. He was a product of University of Ibadan, teaching Ibadan primary school, University of Ibadan school. He was also a product of Command, which is a public school. And he also went to University of Ibadan. Okay? I don't know, they are flagging or them. Now, Mr. Tosin, the education that we had back in the days, if you look at our public schools, our public education, our public schools, the building structure, does it encourage anybody? Let's put it that, let's leave that in one corner. If you look at this curriculum in Nigeria, now, when I was growing up, I just turned 49. Now, when I was growing up, I schooled in the 80s, 90s in Nigeria. I can tell you for free that the curriculum that we had in public schools, in state-owned schools, I can tell you that those curriculum has gone down the drain compared to now. Okay? Now, what do I mean by that? Now, to go to all these government schools or state-owned school or missionary-owned or missionary schools, what's the name? The curriculum has been compromised. It's not our curriculum has not been updated. I was even quite surprised because I was speaking to someone who owns a school in Nigeria, and the person was telling me that the curriculum has not been updated. That the last time the curriculum was updated was in 94. That speaks volume. That means we are backwards. If the last time our curriculum was updated was 94, that's a national curriculum. That the last time it was updated nationally was 94. So that's scary. So that means we've not even entered the millennium with our curriculum, our school curriculum. However, the private schools, fasten your seatbelts and hear this. However, the private school is opening. Hello, Uncle Tife Ak. How are you? However, the private schools, the reason why we have private schools in Nigeria and the private school curriculum was recently updated in 2023. Isn't that scary? If the national curriculum in education, hello Rosie, how are you? If the national curriculum was updated in 1994 and private education in Nigeria, their curriculum was updated in 2023, that is scary. You can see the big gap in updates. And apart from that, I was also told, and I think their curriculum their curriculum is not necessarily regulated by the education board. I don't know, I can't 100% say that that's what it is, but that was what I was told. That the curriculum is not regulated by the education board. Instead, what you do in private schools is you register your school. So for you to, because I was like, okay, because like in the UK here, we have education body that investigates they actually come to inspect schools and they ensure that the curriculum is meeting the current needs. Okay? Now, apparently, for you to get a school in Nigeria, like every other thing, hospital and every other thing, all you need to do is register the school. Well, you get your certificate of operation. That's what I was told. Certificate of operation. Sorry, I wrote it down, so I'm reading it out. Certificate of operation from your education board. Okay? And when you get that from education board, then you registered. So you would have registered the name of your company. You would have approached the education board to tell them what you want to do. They give you this paperwork that you need to complete, and once you get that paperwork, then you then register the name of your company. Once it's approved, you register the name of your company with CAC, and you're good to go. Now I then ask, so how does education do they not have like an inspection body that checks what you do? Because I remember when I was in I think nursery, primary, secondary in Nigeria, we have when inspectors are coming. If you all remember, those of you who are around about my age and above, you remember that when inspectors are coming, then they would have told us, we are told to behave, they would tell us expectations. Okay, now apparently they don't necessarily have that. It's not mandatory. The education board is not mandatory that they come into schools to check. I remember when I was in school in Nigeria, these were things that were done. So it's quite interesting hearing that that's not how it is done anymore. They say Ministry of Education that they are not compelled to come and do inspections. I remember when I was in, I would say not, I can't remember nursery very well, but I know primary school, secondary school, when you have the inspectors coming, we have to, you remember round about the time, like the 80s and the 90s, you have to check, like you all have to dress in a certain, you have to dress well, they make sure your uniforms are well done, they make sure, you sit right, you would have known the inspectors, those kind of things. But apparently, that is not mandatory anymore. And they said, even the inspectors, when they are coming, like when the education board are coming, so long as you put a Brian Villo for police, they just, they do what they have to do. And I'm like, what? So, I they come for Bodato Sin. We are coming to come and shalaye. We are coming to come and analyze Bodato Sin's speech. But let's start with our education system. So, the education system in Nigeria, we have basically the state schools, the government-owned states and state schools. They are literally crippled. Okay, while the brown envelope, while the private schools, they are thriving. Now, the private schools are not thriving because they give the best. No, that's not why they're thriving. They are thriving because it is now, education in Nigeria is a business model. It's all capitalist. Okay? It's all capitalist system. And it's all about brain drain. And this is not the first time I've heard that when you are enrolling your children to school in Nigeria, particularly in private schools. And again, they say even that private school, they say they are private and they are private. That means to say private school get level. On the soil of Nigeria, private school, it get level. Everything we do in Nigeria is all classism. You say they are compelled. Well, they are compelled, but it depends on the state. The bribery and corruption have destroyed the system. Okay. Me, I don't know. I'm just going by what I was told. So I mean, obviously, I'm open to people educating us as well. I don't have monopoly of the knowledge. When it they annoying to scholar annoying an understatement. So apparently, those who have private schools in Nigeria, those who own private schools in Nigeria. Hello, Fumi Daramola, how are you? Those who own private schools in Nigeria, apparently when parents are registering their children into school, the first thing when they are registering them, at the point of registration, the school is asking, where do you want your child to go to? So it's not a case of where do you want your child to go to as in class. As in, where do you want your child to go to? Are you preparing your child to go to the US? Are you preparing your child to go to the UK? Are you preparing your child to come to Scotland? Because apparently, they look at the different countries. So if you're looking for your child to go to Turkey, are you looking for your child to go to... Elekon, how are you? Are you looking for your child to go to Turkey? Are you looking for your child to go to, you name the country that you want your child to go to, and curriculum is tailored around individual child. When I hear that one, I say, hey, inside the soil of Nigeria, they say yes. So basically, private schools are gateway for brain drain. Just in case you don't understand what you are doing as a parent. So you are raising your children, and then they are asking, when you want to register your child, they will ask you, where do you want your child to end? So if it's America, they use the American curriculum to guide your child, and then by the time your child gets to whatever year the child needs to go to, in short, they even say they do A-level, say American exams and the British exams, they do them. They say then if you now have better change for hand, as in you want to pay in dollars, as in you want to pay in pounds, or you want to pay in dollar, in euro. They say school fee for Nigeria no be only naira, they usually they pay them. And I think I've seen Shatter House School, I've been at Shetland House School, I can't remember. That one at £30,000 on the soil of Nigeria. Now those ones they pay. Those ones, their school curriculum now purely British curriculum. It is not even regulated by the Nigerian system. It is directly regulated by the British system on the soil of Nigeria. Hey, I look, I say wonderful, miraculous. Musa, you dey go back with it. You know, here with I talk since morning. They say the last time the they say the last time the curriculum was updated nationally was in 1994. Where you dey since morning? Where we dey talk? So therefore, no lie detect. Thank you, Gary. So they said that yes. So if your child wants to go to school, if your child, so like those who send their kids to Charterhouse, Chatham House, I've been at Charterhouse, whatever. In short, they say various foreign schools in Nigeria. Turkey, they get their own school for Nigeria. America, so American schools they in Nigeria. They say in a school, in some private schools, you can actually have different curriculums in one private school. Like you have different curriculum in one particular private school. You will have different curriculum. It's all about where the parents. So basically, parents are the one that dictate what happens in private schools. When did they talk? I can't check whether I had to check the number to see that truly this one a Nigerian number. And I had to check to hear that truly the best way they follow me they talk, because I had to do my, because I was like, I've been here waiting they talk. But the core of the matter is this. When I was in Nigeria schooling in the 80s and in the 90s, okay, our curriculum was purely Nigerian curriculum. At the time, they used to teach history in school. We have social studies, we have science and discovery, we have integrated science. In short, when I call some of those subjects, now so the woman tell me, he now he can't ask me, say, when I wish I go school, now I tell her. He say, okay, no problem. And now he keep quiet. Now I can't say, why did he ask me? He say the question where they ask so. He said they ask question where I not supposed to ask. I say, hey, wonderful, miraculous. Now I say 6334. I say I did there. I just enter. I was just about to enter secondary school. No, I was already in secondary school now. I was in GS. I was in what's it be their name? I was in Form 2 when they start 6334 system. Okay, they start 6333. My older sister na the first set of SS3. Otherwise, before now, class 5, Form 5. When you reach Form 5 for secondary school, you go do WAEC, you go come out. They can't start 6334. You go spend 6 years for secondary school, primary school. You go do 3 years for junior high school, GS 1, 2, 3. You can't do 3 years for secondary school, SS 1, 2, 3. They say no be. They say all those ones. Send a story for the God. apparently they get year 7, year 9, year kinikan, just like wetin we get for United Kingdom. They say as a matter of fact, in short, àwọn Chrisland, shey na Chrisland they call them. They say those ones, they say as a matter of fact, parents actually pay for their children to be tutored with various curriculum. I was speaking to somebody. The person was telling me that in their own school, they use the Scottish curriculum. That because most of the children in their school come to Scottish schools. I say, inside Nigeria, you say yes. Another person, I follow another person talk. That person tell me, say, they do private tutoring. He can't they read orishirishi give me. Now I say, for inside Nigeria, he say yes. They teach Turkish curriculum for inside Nigeria primary and secondary school. Basically, now from primary school, now we dey encourage brain drain. No wonder they teach Rosa Parks. No wonder they teach you Rosa Parks for inside Nigerian curriculum. Because who be the person we talk Rosa Parks? I can't remember which of the year British we put this thing of in Peking. When that one called they talk Rosa Parks, I say for inside how Rosa Parks take they related to Nigeria. Wetin concern Nigerian curriculum with Rosa Parks? Me, I know say I do literature. I did literature in high school. You will do the African literature, and of course, if you're doing literature in secondary school, in a senior SS1, you will do the Nigerian, you will do the African literature, and you will do the Western literature. So I remembered we read what be the name? The Trial of Brother Jero. Right? You read for Wole Soyinka's telephone conversation. Then you did William Wordsworth, because I remember that one very well. You do William Wordsworth, you do Odysseus. You could do all of that. Wole Soyinka literature, doing literature in Wole Soyinka's books are usually very, very difficult to pass, because it's not about cramming, it's about knowing what you are doing. Because Wole Soyinka, you don't say he speaks a lot in irony. He uses a lot of metaphors to write his stuff. I remember telephone conversation. That telephone conversation. Then there's then there's Africa, my Africa. Africa, the land of Kiniko. They do all those Macbeth. You see all those Macbeth now working the part for me. The one where anybody will do literature around about my time, he could tell you, say the difficult one to pass is the African literature. You see all those William Wordsworth, them Kinon Poruko one. What's the name of that guy? There's William Wordsworth. There is the Odysseus. I can't remember. The Western ones are not difficult to pass. Neka, how are you? The Western ones are not difficult to pass. The ones that are more difficult to pass is the African one, particularly Wole Soyinka's one. Because Wole Soyinka's one, is not just about what is written, it's about what is the way he's phrasing it. Because in literature, you have to understand all the different metaphors and all whatnot around it. Things Fall Apart is GSS class. Things Fall Apart. What is his name? Ikebe Funa, Chiki and the River, all of that. All those ones they are like GS1 to GS3. But in essence, it's more different. You focus on Wole Soyinka. The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born. I've forgotten the name of the Ghanaian guy that wrote that. The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born. Then you have The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born. I remember we used to write it there. We say the beautiful ones are not yet born, and the ugly ones refuse to buy. Chino Achebe was definitely in my own time. It was in junior high. You read that. Things Fall Apart. No, Things Fall Apart was GSS for us. It wasn't SS. It was GSS for us, because Things Fall Apart. The drummer boy. Things Fall Apart. Amobi, the bottle leopard. Amobi, yes. Then Chiki and the River. Yeah. Eze goes to school. Thank you. Eze, that easy. Eze goes to school. Yeah, Eze goes to school. The bottled leopard. That's Amobi. Amobi is the bottled leopard. Then the drummer boy. Then there's another one. Things fall apart definitely because I remember we then have to go to national theatre. You know, they will now select us. We go to national theatre. So long a letter. The concubine. Now we are back. We are back to reality. Back to life. Back to Simbi. We're on a day since morning. You never read any of those literature book? Pot of Life. I can't remember. The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born. That's high. That's in senior high. That's in SS1. Because I remember you go do The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born. The Ugly Ones. That's the one on politics. Where the Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born is the man. The man was the main character. Where he didn't want, he doesn't like what is happening, but obviously he's not comfortable reporting it either. So he was always hiding. Then there is Then I know the Wole Soyinka one. Then there was the Trial of Brother Jero. Trial of Brother Jero is high school, is senior secondary school. Trial of Brother Jero. Then there was another one. Because they give us quite a lot of poetry. Trial of Brother Jero. I loved literature. I really enjoyed literature. Arrow of God. When the arrow of God is no longer at ease, things fall apart. I love things. In short, I actually want to buy Things Fall Apart. I want to buy it as a book. I want to buy it on Amazon. Things Fall Apart is worth reading. In short, away from education now, Things Fall Apart is actually worth reading for understanding your Pan-Africanism. Because I think it was one of the I was in one of my travels. They were reading Things Fall Apart, and it just hits differently. He hits so differently. You can't be in the Pan-Africanist movement and not engage with Things Fall Apart, because it was his response. Things Fall Apart is actually a response to colonialism. That was Chinua Achebe's response to colonialism. Things Fall Apart, No Longer at Ease, and The Arrow of God. Then poetry. I love Africa, My Africa. Africa, the Land of Kineko. Then there's one. What was the one about the elephant? I can't remember. There's one about the elephant where Wole Soyinka praised the elephant. I've forgotten that one. Good evening, Fausat. How are you? I can't remember the name of that one. I will look for. I'll go find all of those poetry come out. William Wordsworth. The African Child. Yeah. Anyway, so like I was saying, all those books, you could so resonate with it. Amobi the bottled leopard. Now later, now we know say, Ashe, na dream, he say the dream. But you see, it made your mind wild. The Lion and the Jewel. Yeah, The Lion and the Jewel. That's another one I wanted to remember. Thank you. The Lion and the Jewel. Then there is there's another one. That trial of Brother Jero, they even did Shakespeare, Macbeth. It was when I was working in a National Trust. Now I see, Ashe Macbeth in a friction. Ashe it no exist. Ashe Macbeth no exist. Ashe na just friction that was just written. What is it? There was one. The gods are not to be blamed. Then there's another book. I don't know if you guys remember. As they were going, Biola and Alade did not look, but that's what you read from GS1 to GS3. As they were going, Biola and Alade did not look back. Kineko, they will take you around Nigeria. Who remember that book? Now our English book. Who remember that English book? As they were going, Biola and Alade did not look back. Mr. and Mrs. Bako. Who remember Mr. and Mrs. Bako? That was our secondary school. Salute to the Elephant. Thank you. No, it wasn't primary school. It was secondary school. As they were going, that was GS1 to GS3, because the book took you through GS1 to GS3. As they were going, Biola and Alade did not look back. Mr. and Mrs. Bako, they have a son and a daughter, Biola and Alade. Then they will take you through River Niger. They took you through the whole of Nigeria. New Oxford. Thank you. They took you to the whole of Nigeria. Where you would go, they would look at River Niger. And it was very educative. Now those of us wey go school be that too. They say now the ones wey dey now they no go school. They say na Mongo Park they teach them. Mr. Giwa the trader. As they were going, Biola and I didn't know look. I will never forget that this thing. As they were going, Akin the drummer boy, yes, Akin the drummer boy. But the English book at the time was that Macmillan. As they were going for your GS1, you are longing to read it because you follow it up to GS3. As they were going, Biola and Alade did not look back. Kiniko, they will come, they read and they go River Niger, they go River, they went round Ajakuta, everywhere, and it was state by state. The book just gave you imaginations. Even if you've never been to all those states, you have a clue from just reading the book. Then Amo be the bottle leopard. Now so I won't come dream. I go say why I no go turn to leopard now. Why would I not just say I'm brilliant? Hello, Muse. And you know easy make person get A1 for literature. I actually love literature because it allowed me play with my words. I love literature. Our education system was very, very good. Was very, very good at the time. It was sound. Then sciences discovery. Who remember sciences discovery? We do sciences discovery that time. Then social studies. You do social studies. Which other one they there? Integrated science. Which other one? Maths. The one where I don't like. Now make we define. Now make we define. You see that why? Me and that why? I'm moon conle. They go don't write everything. They come and say, find y if a plus b equals to a. Ikiniko. Find y. You can't look. Where y loss put now? How y take loss? What happen to y where he did loss? No be small something no. Then for junior class, you na qu'est-ce que c'est un rag. I get it for French. Make I no like give you. Na cram I used to pass the mass, and now I used to pass French. You qu'est-ce que c'est un rag. Qu'est-ce que c'est un leg. Qu'est-ce que c'est? I say what it be qu'est-ce que c'est now? Where qu'est-ce que c'est the cassette? Bonjour madame, comment tout t'appelles, comment wetin they go dey speak. Our French teacher, na so the person go, na so the woman go dey speak. Qu'est-ce que c'est? I will call it in my head. I cram where I used to pass am. No be say I know, I just cram. Bonjour, comment ça va? Ça va bien mais vous? Et vous très bien merci. No speak past the one. Even me, I know even the one where I don't say that qu'est-ce que c'est now. What is qu'est-ce que c'est? Is it what is it? Something like that. Then qu'est-ce que c'est? I think qu'est-ce que c'est is what is it? I think so. Then comment ça va? Ça va bien mais vous? Et vous très bien merci. You go know the amount of time where I enter class to know those ones. They will say is it a feminine? I been a feminine, whatever it is. Na idea is needed. I shall not say I do agberugbeso, I pass am. Agberugbeso ni. In those days, you go pass. Then social studies, you go learn normal learning. Now normal learning you go learn. Introductory technology, you go do kidon porukwe. Then Yoruba class, I get F9, proudly F9. I get, in short, my F9 I get am with pride. Because that F9, I no go like give you. Me, I no pass Yoruba. Na F9 I get, and I am so glad having F9. I no go like give you. You know when you fail something and you dey proud say you fail, and that was my case. Because when you don't enter class, they will come. You know those Yoruba, they will ABDAF FIGB. They will come put mark. They will come write. They go write all those things. They put mark. I say where I want taking all these ones now. So jejely, as we won't sit where now maybe the first to go submit my paper. Jejely, I don't even waste paper. I don't waste my pen and paper because even myself, I don't feel waiting the right. Now, qu'est-ce que c'est? At least I know say qu'est-ce que, but you know say Yoruba, I don't need to pass her. But actually, I really wish I'd learnt it. I mean, I don't enjoy am. I don't enjoy am kobo. I don't enjoy am. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Then for junior for GSS that time, my school, because we were in a front, we fell under Urobo. Now Urobo language now we fall under. Now so Mr. Now so they go come class, come they teach us now Mr. Uwukoro, the guy will come they teach us Ogina witi. You come they all say now so the man when the man they talk now so we go they laugh. Now so we go in wife they say puff puff. Now so we they laugh, we go they laugh. We fell under if na Ishekiri, maybe at least I for pass. But that Urobo, thank God, send her voluntarily. The man will come or say he can't come because my school were in a front, so we fell under Urobo, so we had to do the Urobo language. Me I don't even bother to copy because I don't know what I don't know. Not be when you know what you the copy now. Not be when you know what you the write now you go the copy person. Me I no bother. Urobo difficult to. Urobo difficult. Now so the man of can't come of vous only me of vous Now so you go talk when the man don't talk and we come the looker. And I go make sure say I sit down for back. Now back I dey sit down put because they will come call you, they come say make you come dey talk. I talk waiting I know say I won't talk. CRK. Okay, yeah, that was true. Actually, CRK, I passed CRK. CRK na small thing now. You know if you dey go church make you no pass CRK. You go pass anyhow. You go pass am. But I passed CRK. History, actually, I actually found history very interesting. I actually love history. I love history with passion. What's the name of the one? There was another one that had what's the name? It's the only one that you study politics. What was it called? I can't remember what it's called. Is it political? Is it government? Yeah, I love government. I really enjoyed government. I enjoyed government. I loved history. I loved literature. English, I love literature. I love government. In short, if you can pass social studies, you can pass government. Government was a walk in the path for me. It was because I enjoyed politics anyway, so it's just. And I guess you're thinking, democracy is the government of the people by the people for the people. And now so they tell us at school. Whether now reality, we don't know. Anyway, so as I was saying, you can see how I didn't do geography at school, but I did Greek. I only did Greek because I don't want to do. What's be the name of this thing? What did they do for school? Wait, if you don't do Greek, what's be that thing they go do? Home economics. I'm not ready to cook. Now so you go. They carry pot up and down. They carry stove up and down. I no gree do Greek. I no gree do I no gree do home economics. I go do Greek. Now Greek I go do because me I no get time to the carry pot, the carry plate up and down school. Now so I just I do Greek. Ask me what they do for their Greek, I don't know. Botanical name, all those ones na cramming level. Botanical name na cramming level for me. Once you sabi cram, agberu you are good to go. Say na you know say Omicron is they go write down, they go cook. They go cook, they go do originally. Me, I don't get time for all those nonsense. And moreover, they don't go buy them for me. So there's no point in doing it. I didn't do commerce in school. So as I was saying, you can see, I mean, from the way we are all like making comments and stuff, you can see our memories of school. The question is, with the current curriculum, can our children, or can the children, food and nutrition, yes. Can the children, the current children, can they talk about this now? Look at how we are remembering, like science. Well, science is discovery. We're remembering social studies. And all these things, they are well taught. History. I remember us learning the African history. The Western history was just the foreign, what they call it. I can't remember whether it's foreign history they call it now, but the African history were like proper African history, where you actually learned, the likes of Ovorame Ovaisi. You learned about history of Nigeria. You learned about you learned your African history. But hey, I just say they don't cancel history, they don't fagile history, and you keep wondering if they can draw line on history of a study or history in Nigeria, and you are now no wonder the children they learn Rosa Parks stood up on the park. How Rosa Parks take related to Nigerian history? Then you are wondering why our people, you are wondering why the children. Yeah, we learned about Biafra. They taught us about the war, the civil war, the about women riot and co. We learned it under history. Okay, but then the question now is, look at children in most of the curriculum they say they have. There's no history in Nigerian system in the curriculum. They've taken that out. Now, if you don't align with your history, how can you make a difference? How can you make a difference for the future? Because history informs the future. Because you're able to reflect on what has happened. And of course, most of the history that they teach in most of the private school, from what I understand, is history of slave trade. The African history was interrupted by slave trade. The African history is not the slave trade history is not the history of Africa. Slave trade interrupted the history of Africa. Okay, so you can see how there is a problem. You can see how there is a problem. And that time, school was school. We had exchange programs. There were people that used to come from outside Nigeria to come to our universities. We had exchange, just like what you have here in the UK. Well, in the UK we have a Erasmus program, where you do where people come from other from different countries to come school. In Nigeria, even that Florence Nightingale, all those ones are story for the god. They come and tell you Florence Nightingale do waiting. Mungo Park discover River Niger. And if you let us be honest, how Mungo Park go discover River Niger? What about the people that were living in River Niger before? What about the people who were living there? How can Mungo Park come and discover River Niger? Even the Mary Slessor, what did they talk? When you go on the journey of Pan-Africanism, you go know say that Mary Slessor stones na story for the gods. But anyway, let us leave that one where it did. So back to our topic. The Nigerian workforce, our education system has not met the reality of global stage. What we are so focused on with the education system, what you are seeing with some of the children in the education system, at least the ones we see, we're not saying they're not clever, we're not saying they're not able to compete, but it's more about we want them to speak Fone. Parents are more interested in their children speaking Fone, understanding the history of Western world than their own history. They're engaging with what do they call the name of those exams they say they do? START. Is it START exams? I don't know. Something START, all these Western exams, that they do. And the children are more focused on going to all the schools above, all the schools in Western world. Now, that itself is the CEO of Moniepoint. Now, the fact that we are actually raising that the curriculum that is being engaged in school, the fact that this curriculum is actually encouraging brain drain, that is a concern for us. But the other side of it, the dark side of that is, while we feel, our children goes to like Cheltenham schools and whatever school, the Western schools, the problem is these kids come abroad and they're actually inferior. Because remember, as much as they want to integrate, remember they did not, yes, they can study whatever it is that they studied, but they are still international students. So they still need to integrate into the real curriculum in the school, in the country, when they eventually end up in the country of settlement. Okay. Now, so what we now do is, like I said, the Nigerian education system, the concerns we have in the Nigerian workforce, one, borders on education system, then there's poverty. Again, poverty is a big driver. You can't talk about workforce without looking at the impact of poverty. Okay? You can't talk about Nigerian workforce. You can't even talk about policies. The government policies, the social policies in Nigeria drives poverty. And I'll tell you why. First and foremost, let's look at what is the minimum wage. Can somebody please type what the minimum wage is? The federal, because I think minimum wage are in different, what's the name? Nick, I'm coming to that. Please, what is the minimum wage? Can anybody remember the minimum wage? 70,000. 11 pounds. Musa, you're not nice. Musa, you're not nice. Neka, you said 35 pounds only. That is minimum wage. Wonderful, miraculous. No, not UK minimum wage. The minimum wage for workers in Nigeria is 35. Please, what is 70? Wait, how much is it in Naira? How much is the minimum wage in Naira? 70 pounds. 70 Naira. Please, for those of you in the UK or whatever country you are, can you translate that amount? Can you convert that amount to the currency of your country? Let's see what it is. So that's 35 pounds in Nigeria. So that's 35 pounds in the UK. So that's 35 pounds per month. What about those in the US? How much is 70k in US? 35 pounds. Hey, wonderful, miraculous. Please, how much is that in US, in Canada, in Australia, whatever country you are in? How much is that 70,000 in your currency? In your currency? No, 35. No. Like how much? So if you're in the US, can you tell us what that means? How much is it in dollars? If you're in the US, if you're in Canada, how much is it in your Canadian money? So like in the UK, for those in the UK, it's 35 pounds. So 35 pounds is not even, in short, some people earn 35 pounds per hour. There are people who earn 35 pounds per hour. There are even people who earn as much as 100 to 200 pounds per hour. Okay? So how do you want $51? Can you imagine? $51. In Canada, that is 69 Canadian dollar. And that's what someone is earning. That's what they are earning monthly. $50 is what someone is earning monthly. Sure, you see that there's problem. There's fire on the mountain. There is fire on the mountain top. Nigerian government want people to work hard for $51 in a month. That $51, people make that in an hour or two. Okay? You can see where the poverty is. Instead of $51, instead of 35 pounds, that 35 pounds, na secondary school pikin pocket money be that for UK. Okay? Even 16-year-old that just got their national insurance number, which is your social security in America. Your 16-year-old that just got their social security and national insurance. McDonald's, you know how much they get per hour for McDonald's? That means a person with 16-year-old himself, he reach pass 16-year-old, he reach past Nigerian mini. 16-year-old, that 35 pounds. Now, what he go making? I don't know. Let's say about maybe, yeah, he go make that. He go make that less than a day. Within 4 hours, that 16-year-old don't make that amount, because I don't know how much 16-year-old are being paid now minimum wage. So if you actually calculate that for McDonald's, to at least they all tend to work in McDonald's and Nando's and all whatnot. A 16-year-old will make this within 4 hours within 4 hours. Within 4 hours, now 16-year-old will make the minimum wage that a worker in Nigeria will earn in a month. You can say that there's fire on the mountain top. Now, And you are wondering why there is fire on the mountain top. Then there's also survivor mentality, right? There's survivor mentality. Remember, everybody, when you graduate from school, after you don't see shege fire, after your pikin don't pay, after you don't pay millions for your pikin to go school. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that let's cap it at what the government calls the minimum wage. Okay, I think on federal, some earn up to 70. I think some people earn low. I don't know, but let's go by the benchmark. So now, shey when you don't go school, when you don't pay millions to go school, you see a job of they will offer you a minimum wage of 70k. Meanwhile, you can do business and make 100k in a day or in 2 days. Abeg, why would you want to go for this type of job? This is what you give your kids every 2 weeks. Shey you see? Shey you dey see? Now, you also have brain drain, which we have talked about. Normal. By the time when you finish, ologbeni, you want to japa. Right? Because why would you not want a better life? Remember, we now have social media. Remember, the world is now a global community, whereby what if you mess for ikogosi, person wey dey New Orleans, e go know wetin you do. Okay, person wey dey New Orleans, e go know wetin you do. So it's a global world. Everybody wants to compete. They can see we all have the world on our fingertip now. With your smartphone, wonderful you are seeing. With your smartphone, you can become a content creator. With your smartphone, you can start doing financial trading. There are so many things you can do holding your smartphones, holding your smart gadgets. You don't even need to go and start looking for how to edit movie anymore. With your smartphone, you can edit, you can do all sort of stuff. So why would you want to settle for less? Let us ask ourselves. Now, and companies like Moniepoint, exactly. Jemja, we are coming to that. Just hold on. Companies like Moniepoint, remember, labor is cheap in Nigeria. And also, contract of employment in Nigeria is very fluid. And I will tell you why. If you look at the employment law, the employment law in Nigeria is a very fluid employment law. As a matter of fact, the what's the name? Sorry, what did they call that law? What they call that law? The law that governs how we employ people globally. Sorry, I've forgotten what it means. I've forgotten the name of the law. Not workers' rights. It's employment. Can somebody please borrow me the name? You know, so when you do show, you go forget things. Who worry? Employment. Employment rights. Labor law. Thank you. Diaspora Diva. How are you, sis? You see, the labor law in Nigeria is very, very fluid. Okay? In short, the way although Nigeria signed up to the Global Labor Treaty, unfortunately, everybody does what they like. Okay? Everybody does what they like when it comes to labor law in Nigeria. And that's the same with most African countries. So it is okay. You see some of the things that the companies in Africa get away with. Some of the things that the churches get away with. You know those churches that they employ. Some of the things that your employers get away with in Africa. Wallahi, they no born them way when they come abroad. That's why most of them run into trouble when they come to countries where these things are stringent. Okay? As a matter of fact, I went on the website of Moniepoint. Do you know what I noticed? Make I tell you now wetin I notice. They have job advert lóòótọ́. Job advert dey there very very well. But what they don't have, they are not transparent with the wages. As a matter of fact, please can you all check? There is no way that they actually put the wages that they want to pay. Because that was the first thing I went and checked. In the United Kingdom, when you're advertising a job, you must put the wages. You must advertise and be transparent with the wages. For instance, if you're advertising, say now McDonald's, they advertise job now, you will see they will put it there, £19 per hour, £1,000 per, whatever it is, they will put it there. And if it's wages, maybe like they will say administrative job, 20,000 pounds per year or something like that. You know, they will advertise it properly. In short, let me for an example and show you so that you understand what I mean. I go Moniepoint and no see, and that is common. Even Dangote, I went on Dangote. Let me see. What can I see? They come make a show now. Indeed. Jobs. Okay, I'm coming. Make a show now. What I did do. Make a show now. What I mean, so you understand what I mean. Where is this so? La 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 la. Okay, hold on, now they come. Now something like this. I just want to give you an example so you see what I mean. So it makes sense. It makes sense to you when I'm talking, so you understand. Because I don't see them with Dangote. Not just Dangote, most of your employers in Nigeria have seen it. And I'm like, how are you advertising a job blindly? So the employees, what are they applying for? Let me show you what I mean. Okay. So can you see? You can see this. You can see that's a job advert. That was on Indeed, but I'm sure you can look at other. But it's just to give you an illustration. So the job title, they are looking for sales. Is sales. I didn't copy it fully. So it's sales. Then the pay, you can see they are transparent with the pay. So you are going to be paid 13.28 to 14.55 per hour, and then the job is full time. Okay, so in Nigeria, when I went on Moniepoint, it tells you where they are looking for the job. When I went on Moniepoint, it doesn't tell you. Let me go on Moniepoint and show you. And this is not just unique to Moniepoint. This is unique to most of the employers in Nigeria. In short, when I was asking, they said they are not obliged to tell you. They are not. They said they are not obliged to actually tell you the wages. Hold on. I want to look for one. Okay, so on Moniepoint, their job adverts. So they are looking for. So if you go on Moniepoint, it's quite long. So if you go there, you see they say they are looking for API and data auditor. That was one. Then they tell you who we are, your job, your role overview. API, they tell you your responsibility, key responsibility, then data governance, blah blah, process of control, da, da, da. Now they're looking for skills. They tell you the qualification they're looking for, what we can offer. They tell you the culture. We put our people first and blah blah. Learning, compensation, what to expect in hiring, a preliminary phone call with the recruiter, panel. Okay, now they tell you all of this story, but there's nowhere that they're telling you what the employment, how much they're paying you. Now, what I understand from speaking to people in Nigeria, what I understand is when they advertise job in Nigeria, they are not compelled to tell you your wages. And I thought that was quite, in short, this is not the first time I've come across things like this. Even Dangote, all of them, most employers in Nigeria, they don't tell you. Even the universities, the so-called universities, go look at their website, they don't tell you. Employers are not compelled to tell you your earnings. Hold on, let me see, let me look for, I want to show you what I mean. Oh, hold on, look, I see whether I will see. I want to show you something so you understand what I mean. This is a very good example. Okay, so okay, hold on, it's going to be in two parts because I want you to see what I mean. Okay, so ideally this is what you should be getting. Hold on, I'll just put this here. I dey come address this brother Loju Gbiske. I dey come, but we need to shalaye gently. So just calm down. Let's go with the flow. Let's kindly go with the flow so we understand it better. I tell you, say this show no be show wey person dey rush. Aha. Now this is a job that was advertised. So this is a job that has been, I've copied it in 2 pages. Okay, so this is a job that is advertised. So this is a civil service job. You can see chartered valuation surveyor, technical leader, right? That is that. Now that's it. They've told you when to apply. You are to apply before 11 p.m. on Monday, 11th May. That's tomorrow. So that's that. Hold on. Now, then they go ahead. Now, look at it. So the reference, that's a job reference. Remember, I'm copying it from my phone, so I had to do it twice. So the job reference is there. The salary, you can see. They are very transparent with the salary. The salary to expect is 59,342. 59,000 pounds, 342 pence, right? Now, you can see it there. National minimum wage, they've put it there. That's for national minimum wage is 59,342. But if you're applying within London, of course, standard of living in London is higher. So within London is 69,869 pounds. That's what you get yearly. Remember, that is before tax, but we're not talking about all of that now. So put that in one corner. A civil service pension. So they're telling you a civil service pension with an employer contribution of 28. You can see they are spelling it out what to expect. 28%, 28.997%. Then your job is a grade 7. The contract is permanent, right? The business area is HMRC. You see, they tell you where the department you're going to. So, and that's what the labor market, that's what the labor law requires. So they tell you, they give you the reference, they tell you the salary, they take into consideration. So I'm guessing like the likes of Abuja, that is expensive, it will be higher, something like that. Then they tell you your pension contribution, what your employer will contribute. Then your job grade is grade 7. Okay? Grade 7, remember in the UK, our systems are quite different, okay? So that grade 7 could mean different things. It's not that they say grade 7 does not mean your Nigerian kind of grade 7. So it's all different depending on the department you're in. The contract type is permanent. You can see how detailed it is. Your business area, they're telling you where you'll be reporting to. Type of role, operation delivery, property valuation, right? You can see it. Now, your work pattern, that's the pattern of work you'll be doing. There's flexible working, that's maybe like compressed hours. There is full time. Is flexible working is full time. Okay, so it's a full time role, and of course there's job share. But the job share is if it is so maybe full time does not work for you. If they can't fill the full time role, of course they've not advertised as full time. So there's an opportunity. So if you are interested in flexi working, maybe like compressed hours. Okay, so someone like myself, I'm off every second Friday. So I have a compressed nine working days pattern of work. So I'm off every second Friday. Okay, so I work 9 days within 2 weeks. I don't know how that will make sense. Now, so there's flexi working. Okay, there's flexible working hour. That's your compressed hour. Then it's full time. You can do full time. There's opportunity if you want to consider full time. But if you want job share, so that's part time. So people are sharing the role. Okay. Now you can see it. You can see how detailed it is. Now for Moniepoint, they talk all the story. Wallahi, we no see their salary. Pension we no see. The job grade we no see. Make I find Moniepoint to give you, so you can compare and contrast. Before una Nigerian employer begin dey speak, go and check. If you work in Nigeria, compare this side by side with your employer. They say for Nigeria na negotiation na dey negotiate una fees. They say na negotiate na dey negotiate una fees. They are so keen on relevant, but there is nowhere that they tell you about your wages in Moniepoint. And that's the same too in Dangote. That's the same in Nigerian Brewery. None of them spells out. Nobody spells out your, what's the name? They don't spell out your role. Your payments. You know, they don't even tell your staff benefit. Your staff benefit is very generic, and these are where the concerns are. So you can see how detailed, because when you go to, that's why when you are signing your employment contract in the UK, when you sign your employment contract in the UK, all these will be put in your employment contracts. Okay. Now, Moniepoint that wants to compete on a global level, that is speaking English of global level. Now, if you're an employee, you have an employer who advertise, a potential employer who advertise, and they're very transparent and detailed in what to expect, what they're expecting from you. And you then have another employer, a potential employer, who advertise their role, but they are not clear. Otherwise, instead, all they are asking is what they want from you, but they're not clear about what you enjoy. Forget about even providing training for youths. The question is, are they obeying the global labor contract, the labor law? That's the question. I think that's the first thing we should be asking. And the answer is no. Now, when I saw this video, one thing that was quite shocking, the shock factor for me was many Nigerians, when we hear that Moniepoint has 500 vacancies and they are struggling to cover it, and we're like, how can they be struggling to cover it? On social media, we see people coming out. Begging for work. Right? We see graduates. We see a lot of numbers of people graduating, doing youth service, people crying, no job, no opportunity, people dey submit CV. People will say, I graduated 5 years ago, I graduated 10 years ago. Some people, after you don graduate, their career change, their future change, because the policy, the social policy does not address their needs. Right? No wonder we see we see people wey graduate from university, they come begin dey sell akara. There's nothing wrong in you selling akara, but you shouldn't be doing it because you want to do it. You shouldn't be doing it because you are compelled to do it. If the labor market works, there is no reason why you cannot engage in your desired career. Of course, you can have your side also. There are a lot of people that have their normal job and they have their side also. I, for one, I do my normal job. This is a side also for me. Okay? And there are a lot of people like that. A lot of people, they are employed, but they also have other things they are doing by the side. But in Nigeria, you go see say person study geology, e dey work for bank as cashier. Na Nigeria, you go shebi no be here we dey where Pella dey advertise. Wetin be na Pella, that small boy, na him dey advertise say e dey find graduate to help am manage him social media. Na Pella, shebi na Pella be the name of that boy wey dey always dey scream for TikTok. Pella dey shout, Pella advertise that he wants a graduate to manage him, and people were clapping for Pella. Right? Na here we dey, wey graduate dey go do a shaky bum bum. If the graduate wants to do a stripper, nobody is stopping them. But are they doing it because the labor market has forced them into doing that? In Nigeria, let us be honest, it is more of a case of use what you have to get what you want. In most cases, we have a lot of people who have gone into who are actually, like, I mean, I can't remember who it was. The person studied petroleum engineering. He dey sew clothes. Nobody is saying sewing clothes is bad, but is that what they actually wanted to do? A lot of people do that aside also. But the question is the labor market in Nigeria open for you to thrive? That's the question. There's nobody stopping you if you want to own a business. Nobody is stopping you if you want to, do whatever it is you want to do, be an actress, be whatever you want to do. But a lot of people are finding themselves in different careers just because the Nigerian employment system is frustrating. The Nigerian labor market has frustrated them. Imagine being in school, like those who are in government school, in the state-owned schools, state and federal-owned schools. Imagine going to university and you are on strike, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Right? You are on strike, back and forward, back and forward. 4-year course turn to 10-year course for your hand. That one dey there. Then don't forget also, we also have the pressure where as a shebi na here we dey, where medical doctor, how much they say medical doctor dey earn for Nigeria? They earn nonsense salary for Nigeria. I remember say shey na Ngigi abi na Ngigi, na him be the minister for Kinon Porukwe, minister for shey na minister for labor, where he dey talk say Nigeria, by this time Nigeria is supposed to be manufacturing pencil. Doctors were going on strike because their wages does not translate to their daily living. Abeg, person wey dey earn 70,000 naira as minimum wage, I have a question. Sure, if you earn 70,000 as minimum wage, abeg, wetin 70,000 fit buy for market? Na question o. You get wife, you get pikin. Let's even say one pikin. Abeg, how much be nursery? The girl see me, how much she be? That your 70,000, wetin that your 70,000 one? Your 70,000 fit send your pikin go nursery. Na question o. Abeg, how much dey sell mudu of garri? diaper. Hey, how much did they sell mudu of gari? Abeg, how much be bread for Nigeria? Agege bread, we never talk of ShopRite bread. Agege bread, how much it be for Nigeria? How much be crate of egg for Nigeria with 70,000? Let's benchmark it that 70,000 is what people are earning. How much be bread? How much be crate of egg? Electricity, at least you get bill, right? Electricity, how much be electricity monthly? Whatever way you are paying your bills, how much is it? Let's be honest. Can 70,000 actually cover your bill? Let's be honest. Monthly. We never talk of transport. Oh, whether you dey enter public transport, abi you dey drive yourself. How much be petrol? Hey, you can show you are feeling the cap, you are feeling the sunshade. How much is petrol? Remember, say, okay, let's say they use a better pass my neighbor generator, na solar panel. How much is it to charge those solar panel? Your doctors, if your pikin is sick, you won't go chemist because you cannot afford to go to clinic. How much does medication cost in chemist for you to care for your pikin? Thank you. So petrol per liter na 1,003. If you want buy 20 liter of petrol for your car, I don't know where that 70,000 will reach. Where that 70,000 will enter, no. At least you go buy food stuff. Make your head come cash you can't get pikin. You know say pikin no understand. I don't have money. Even gari wey they send a poor man food. Gari no be poor man food anymore. In those days, when parents cannot afford meat, they go boil egg, put her inside stew, do stew with egg. They go carry and give their children. Now to even chop egg itself, you got to be a rich person. Exactly, Neka. So you see, can you understand the things of the spirit? Meanwhile, Moniepoint, I hear say they say some of them they pay them 200,000. Some people they pay them 500,000. I beg, in the Nigeria of today, I beg, how far will 200,000 stretch? How far? Even 1 million. How far will 1 million stretch in a month for a family of 4? Let's say a family of mother, father, and 2 kids. How much will 1 million naira? Let's assume, let's even say for talking sake, that they earn 1 million. How much will 1 million stretch for a family of 4 in Nigeria, in the current Nigeria? Let's say for argument's sake that Moniepoint is paying 1 million. How much will 1 million stretch for a family of 4? You understand? Let us break it down in a way that we all understand it. In a family of 4, how much will 1 million stretch? Remember, you have electricity to pay for. Remember, you have children's school fees to pay for. Remember, you have food to buy in the house. I saw a video where a lady went to the market. She went to the market with 500,000, and she now black and white nylon bag, 2 black and white nylon bag. Now she used to bring shopping come house. Those black and white leather. Now she use they bring food. Now she used to, and what did she buy? I looked at it like I say, on top of the Nigeria economy. So if she use the year JMJ, he say 1 million no be money again. So these employers, she doctor, they say doctor. I don't know how much they say doctors they get. I don't know how much they say doctors earn in Nigeria. But I heard that doctors don't earn good money at all. Even private hospitals that they say they are private, they pay rubbish, they pay nonsense salary to doctors. In short, from what I heard, they said they will spend, that doctors earn higher. Even the higher, they say that nonsense money. They say most private hospitals prefer to train their own nurses so that they cut cost. So that they cut costs. So they trained auxiliary nurses to become nurses. That is how bad it is. And you now think those people, they go see COS, sorry. They go see COS, health visa. They go see, what do they call her? Highly skilled visa. For Canada, for UK, for America, they no go japa. If na you go, let us be honest. If na you no go japa. If na you go, you no go japa. Doctors, go and look at the nonsense money where they pay doctors for Nigeria. Even junior doctors for year. In the UK here, junior doctors' wages, it starts from, I think, about 40-something thousand. That's where it starts from. That is junior doctor, which just come from university. They start from 40-something thousand. Right? Nurses, NHS nurses, at least from the beginning, some of them are starting from 20-something thousand pounds. Of course, we know it is before tax. Right? And they have a lot of staff benefits. Ordinary carer for UK, they buy houses. Of course, we know it's mortgage. They are able to buy houses. Of course, they have to buy what they can afford. It's not like carers' wages are better. But if you put carers' wages side by side with doctors' wages in Nigeria, I would assume that carers' wages in the UK is much better than what doctors earn in Nigeria. Let me make you laugh. Do you know that this COS visa, COS visa, the care sponsorship visa, a lot of people that migrated from Nigeria, they are managers in their in companies in Nigeria. People from Dangote, people from top companies, they migrated. Of course, I'm not saying that that's a wise decision for them to make. But hey, they migrated from Nigeria. They migrated to the United Kingdom. Some of them are doing care. We have a lot of bankers in the care industry. Okay? We have a lot of them in care industry. Because they found, look, the standard of living, of course, in the Western country is quite different. But they are able to work. They have a work balance. That is those who do not live above their means. They have a work balance. They are able to get mortgage that they can afford. They are able to send their kids to school that they can afford. They send their kids to schools, to good schools, knowing that there's quality education guaranteed, knowing that their children are guaranteed good health care. Even the insurance, the health insurance that they said employers give in Nigeria, let's be honest, those health insurance are very basic health insurance. No be here we dey, wey Covenant University, he pay, says na somebody wey don spend 19 years. He give that person after 19 years of service. The person, and the gratuity was 104,000 naira. Imagine working for 19 years and what you get after 19 years is 104,000 naira. As how now? Now question no, 120k, thank you. As how now? Plus one, I beg my brother, what will be the difference between 104 and 120? Imagine working so hard, and yet you dey see person wey be say e no even better pass you. Person wey be say e no know wetin e dey do. Look at people. What is the work balance of an employee in Nigeria? Medical doctors are struggling. Again, back to social policy. The Minister for Health, wetin him dey talk, he no send anybody, papa. What are they doing? They go Sheraton. They will go Sheraton, go they do a health improvement for everyone. Meanwhile, you go see budget. You no go see anything where they improve. That budget does not translate to better work balance or better standard of living for employees. For us now, so all government workers, they just got our pay increase. Although that one another story for another day. But even at that, the cost of living is biting. By the end of May again, they go begin to negotiate another pay rise for 2027 to 2028 financial year. They go begin to negotiate. Now, the wages in Nigeria doesn't meet the cost of living, doesn't meet inflation. Here we have junior doctors that went on strike. Civil servants, teachers went on strike here. Of course, what we dey call strike here no be the same as una strike for Nigeria. But hey, at least government dey listen. The Nigerian system, who is listening? No be here we dey wey doctors say they wan go strike. When the minister of labour, been a minister of labour, he said let them go and strike now. If they strike, other people will come. How do we explain that? Employers, they will employ you. Your employment contract is very blank. No be here we dey wey dem go take fire, wey they say fire staffs. Is there employment tribunal in Nigeria? Na question no. Who are the people? Shebi na Dangote. Yeah, it was Dangote now that the people went and joined union. They said they joined union or whatever they said they did. I can't remember what the story was again. I think they said they joined union or something. Now they sack them, say because they joined union. You see that there's fire on the mountain. We know, we no go like give ourselves. We know say unemployment and unemployability, they are not the same thing. And this is where the real issue starts. Many employers today are not just looking for certificate anymore. We know that one. We sabi. And that's what this guy was alluding to. They are looking for digital skills. They are looking for communication skills, problem solving, emotional intelligence, adaptation, transferable skills, teamwork. And most times, and this is what this guy was saying, this is a Tosin guy, they are looking for global standard professionalism. But let us be honest, in the Nigeria of today, with the way Nigeria is, for you to get global standard professionalism as an employer, you must be willing to commit to global standard employability pattern. You must be ready to commit to it. You can't be expecting someone to come and give you a global standard. Meanwhile, let's say somebody studied in maybe somebody that studied in the UK, for instance, he can't go Nigeria. Let's say someone that studied in the UK, he won't go Nigeria. If you go Nigeria, go work. Of course, he wants a better standard of living. So the question now is the Nigerian employers able to offer that? We know that there's Google in Nigeria. We know there's a lot of foreign companies hiring from Nigeria. Again, remember, labor is cheap in Nigeria. The kind of offer that they are offering in Nigeria, sometimes most of these international companies, the kind of money that they offer, those of you who are working for Nigerian tech companies or Nigerian own employment companies, they pay them, you don't get the same, you are not on the same level playing field. I remember, I think we read the one on Covenant University, where the way they treat their Nigerian, the opportunity and what's it called? The staff package for Nigeria-based staffs. The Nigerian employed staff. The staff package is totally different for employees who are actually foreign employed. We saw that in the Covenant University pattern, where there is health scheme for their foreign for their staffs who are for their foreign staffs, for their foreign counterpart. Thank you. But the Nigerian recruited counterparts, they don't have the same. So that raises questions. Oh, DSTV as well. Even Dangote, most of these companies, the foreign employees, they treat them better. Their staff package and welfare is much more better than you, who is a Nigerian employed. So all of these, even if you have the best skills, why would you have digital skills, communication skills, problem solving skills, and co? Why would you have all of these? And you choose to work for a company that will pay you 200,000, 500,000, 1 million, when you can work for Google that will not just pay you a competitive salary, but you also have international exposure. Because over time, you can apply for jobs in other parts of the world through Google. You are open to different opportunities. You are open to training. A lot of Nigerian employers don't do that. Right? They don't do that. Apart from the fact that our education system does not properly prepare young people. Because one thing you notice, like I told you guys, I do private tutoring. Okay? Now, one thing I pick up very quickly with private tutoring is a lot of the university students, when they come around from Nigeria, right? They give them assignments. They are not necessarily looking for private tutoring. They are looking for someone that will write the assignments for them. And I don't welcome that, because I don't believe in doing your assignment for you. You should be able to do it yourself. Most of these people, they come, they tell you they have first class, and you're like, how did you get first class? They can't even write simple essays. Some of them don't even know how to comprehend. Look at the way our Nigerian social media space is. We lack communication skills. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. We don't know how to engage in a constructive way. We are either trading words, we are trading abuses, we are cussing out, we are very toxic. If somebody does not agree with what you're saying, instead of you to calm yourself down and articulately engage with the person, una cussing. They go begin just take a step back and look at particularly our Nigerian, what's the name? Our Nigerian social media space. Look, just go on comment section and see how people write. Communication skill is not, even the way we talk, even when we call into shows, the way we talk. Honestly, personally, there are a lot of people I will not employ. We lack effective communication skills. We are screaming and shouting. When things don't go our way, we throw tantrums. We're cussing out. Look at problem solving skills. We don't even know how to solve problems. And you know what? Our leaders are a perfect reflection of us. We just did the election. I'm not saying UK is a perfect country because it's far from being perfect. We just did the election in UK last Thursday. Okay? Before the election, we had debates. Even the way they were debating, even the way the politicians were debating, they were yes, they didn't agree with each other, but they were putting their point across. Yes, some of it were heated, but they were able to communicate. If you're in Nigeria, you're going to hear, what do you know? Ikiniko. The next thing we'll begin to curse ourselves. The next thing, you start digging up people's private lives. Even the so-called Nigerian, look at the blog space of Nigeria, of our Nigerian community, and Nigeria as a whole. We don't know how to filter information. Confidentiality is in the bin. Even the people that say that they are professionals, even the so-called professionals in our social media space, look at the way we comport ourselves. And then next day, I'm a OAP. I'm a journalist. You honestly, you take a step back. There are times I've had to ask, this person goes school, so this person goes school. This person passed through school. At school. School no. It's possible this person went to school, but school no pass through him. A lot of times, if you want to understand the typical Nigerian system, come on the social media space. We are a good. Some of us cannot even. Most Nigerian, they struggle to comprehend. Even when you're speaking, even when we speak in our language, we struggle to make conversations. Our conversation is traded with curses. You go to hear, Yoruba nation, nah. You can't begin to scream. Even when you have something reasonable or something convincing to say, maybe something intellectual to say, the way we put it out, it even leaves you resenting the information. We have a very toxic environment. We lack emotional regulation, and we're not emotionally. A lot of time, I'm not saying this in a bad way. The truth is, we lack emotional intelligence. A lot of us, if you see the way we behave at work, our government is the good reflection of us. Our leaders is a reflection of most Nigerians. Even the way we talk to ourselves, you could see in a quarrel with the quarrel. If you want, let me get you to do one social experiment. For those of you who are abroad, get in a bus, in a public transport. Make sure that there are blacks in that public transport and get in the public transport. It's not difficult to figure out Nigerians. The next thing you go hear is, hello? Is that you? Obidia, how are you doing? You don't give mama that 50 pounds? Me, I just come back from work. In short, I been go do care. That one where I go do care with. That imbecile, we have no guard to our mouth. We will begin to trade names. You have forgotten that you are in a public space. We are screaming. I just go do this thing. No, I just finish from work. Tell mama. The people that are in the public transport with you, they don't know you. But by the time you are done with your phone call, they already know what you're up to, what you did, how you did it, and how it was done. I've been in public transport, right? Where I listen. This will not be somebody tell me. The person they describe the kerewa way he do with babe. He enter club. That was how that guy was caught. He enter club. They admit, hello. I just pour that one, and they did a talk, and we are here. A lot of us, we dey abroad, but the abroad no dey us. We dey abroad, the abroad no dey us. Look at how even the way we dispose information. You go here, hello. If you call me, I will record you. That one dey there. Look at even WhatsApp. Look at how we use social media. Look at how we use WhatsApp. These are things. We don't know how to do teamwork. We are all friends until something goes wrong. The next thing we begin to do, that to carry ourselves, begin to talk everybody's secrets. You have no clip to your lips. Make something happen now. Everything where people don't tell you, you don't get mouth diarrhea. I go leak your secret. They do it at work. We do it. Like Africans, they do it at work. They go call immigration for themselves. They will go report, go give employer. Hello? That person was sleeping at work. You, when you go meet employer, go report say person they sleep at work. You not think that employer go trust you. I don't hear for phone, for public space, you could hear. Màá bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pátápátá. Màá lé kúrò nílùú yìí. Màá jẹ́ kójú ẹ rí. All of that. You don't even know who is in public transport with you. You have no clue who is in public transport with you. We are a reflection. We don't even know how to behave. When we are traveling, when you are going to Kiramporukwe, when you are traveling by flight, get by flight when you are going to Nigeria. I've seen it on several occasions in British Airways. When you leave the UK to go to British to fly, everybody go obey law. In short, when it is Nigeria, I followed it through several times with British Airways. You go still say, we the Nigerians, we don't obey law. We just pack ourselves, kini. Then when we don't reach Lagos, Abina Abuja, and they are saying, you are now approaching Lagos, kini, you go see people don't begin to commot their belts. Meanwhile, when they are coming back to the UK, they go respect themselves. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Hello, auntie. Hello, ma. Yes, Ben, ma. Hold on. I can bring the speaker.
Lower this thing. Okay. Based on what you are talking about, I just want to advise our people on social media, especially our own fans. They should be careful the people they follow on social media. The way people are recording each other, call them, call record that year. You see, I don't know if you watched that other lady's show yesterday.
Oh, yes,
where
ma.
she was talking that she has Badejo.
Maureen Badejo, yeah.
Yes, where she was talking that she has a recording of a woman.
Auntie Emma Soroloma.
Is a high personality.
Auntie, please just be talking. I want to pick something. Just go ahead, ma.
Okay. Where she was talking about that woman is helping them when they needed help for Bawura. She now said when she was talking that she has a recording, Monobaton. Money recording long, and this is a high-profile woman. She says she has a recording. I don't know what transpired between them. I don't know what happened between them. She says she has the recording of that woman from 19 Bogora. That is like since 2021 that she has a recording. I was shocked when her friend too was playing recordings of people. Money Banwele is sorrow, ko shagbako. Dine with these people and shagbako. The day you decide not to be part of them, say bye. Aye, want it bye. You can imagine what that woman will feel that yesterday. I don't know if she's part of them or she's still not watching them, but just imagine what she will feel hearing what is being said about her. What is being said about her, that she has been recording the woman. Why are they recording people if it is not as if they are wicked people? Since I've been talking to all these people, I've never for once record them, talk less of keeping their messages. Me, once my phone starts misbehaving, I will just delete everything, make my phone clear. Until now that my son helped me to reset the phone and we saw what was wrong with it. I will just clear everything. Hello, are you with me?
I'm here, ma.
I'm just talking about how you are talking about how our people are misusing things.
Yeah.
To the extent they are misusing phones now. Báwọn sọ̀rọ̀. You see all of you tó kó sínú group tí ní ti bá yín. The day you have disagreements with them, just waka go jẹ́jẹ́ silently. Don't try to say you want to fight with them. Just waka go because you're dozier. By the time they will start with you, you will ever regret it. I'm sure wherever that woman is, she will ever regret ever helping them. And I want to be sure the woman might be one of the financiers, most likely. Because she said the woman gave them apartments to house one of the people they needed help for. And I was wondering, okay, if this woman do all this, why are you now shouting on the woman like she did something wrong? Is it that the woman has done something or somewhere? And you are saying you have been recording this woman, Tete. This is why I just say I don't want any group. Nobody should come and do group for me. I don't want to be in a group. To have a group is to have a witchcraft cults without you knowing. So you guys be careful. Especially if your leg never stand for abroad. All these people, you mingle with them. That is the way fracas people roll. You want to know how many people has been deported? Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ fracas lórí social media. You better be careful. Enjoy shows and waka pass. Enjoy shows, comment, enjoy it and waka pass. Nigerians in diaspora, they are worse than Nigerians at home. You will imagine their mentality if such people have power to be president or to be in a high places in Nigeria, what they will have been doing to people. The same people condemning government, they have a little power of freedom in a place whereby they cannot be gagged, they cannot be arrested. See how they are using it. They use it to the extent they will now get into trouble.
Auntie, just to buttress what you're saying, ma. You know, there was we've had couple of times in the UK here where people have gotten into serious trouble. In short, picked up criminal convictions.
Yes.
Because they were in groups where pictures were shared, inappropriate pictures were shared. And you know our people, we don't know boundaries. We just, and this also raises question around confidentiality, where we only read but we don't comprehend what this is all about. And again,
you're right.
From the angle of skills, if we look at it from even like in Nigeria, you know, people just share information without thinking. People forward. In short, at a point, I had to learn to block numbers because people will just share pictures. You don't think what you're sharing. They are sharing videos without thinking what it is. And over time, then you now think, of course, most employers now, they look at your activities on social media.
That's true.
Hello, Agbakoba, whatever your name is, please behave yourself. And Tolubi, whatever, please behave yourselves. If you don't like what we are doing, this is what we are saying. If you don't like what we are doing, please roll. You don't have to be here. You don't have to trade insult. If you don't agree with people, behave.
Ara àwọn cult member Fúnkẹ́ ni bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn Àgbákòbá yẹn Àbágbákò lórúkọ ẹ̀. Ara àwọn cult member Fúnkẹ́ ni.
This is how they make themselves so toxic. Kill and so kill and we.
That's how they go around being bono.
In short,
I block them because right? You can abuse me on your platform, could call me. If they can abuse Tinubu, Peter Obi, you cannot be at the forefront of something. They will not. Everybody will agree with you now. Agbako is always like that. That's how he goes around.
Me, I'm going to block him now because I don't have time for nonsense. If you can't be civil, if you can't engage in a civil way.
Somebody that has been doing video for somebody for 5 years. Be anything can share. Anyway, my bad. Continue with your show.
Okay, ma. Okay, ma. All right, bye, ma. Bye, ma.
I'm still with you here. Make I enjoy.
Okay, ma. Okay, ma. Yes. So as I was saying, I've put the Agbakoba on. I'm watching you, Agbabi Akab, whatever you call yourself. I'm watching you. I've put you on timeout. Go and rest. We don't want anybody that will stress us here. So, like I was saying, sorry, just give me 1 minute. Let me switch back to what I'm doing. I've put the Agbabiaka, whatever he calls himself, on timeout. This is what we are saying. When you can't regulate your emotions. You know, a lot of our people, they can't adapt. You know, there's lack of professionalism in the way we do things. There's lack of professionalism. And a lot of our people don't understand this. And all of these things come back to, even when you see us, even when we travel abroad, and you then see us within our community. That's why we struggle to integrate, because there's still that aggression hanging in us. When there's stuff going on, even at work in Nigeria, you are not able to articulate yourself. Governor Yema Shankuni, Kinikoma Shekinikon, you start trading words. All of these things come back, and a lot of you have kids. Now, as an employer, how do you articulate yourself when you are aggrieved with your employee? How do you articulate yourself? How do you express your grievance when you're at loggerhead with your employee, with your employers? A lot of people, they are there on social media, they start cussing out, they start screaming and shouting. Are we engaging with the proper what's the name? Yes, I'm going to do it to subscribers only, because I can't be bothered with all this wahala that these people do. You know? So over time, once I'm done with the show, I will reset it now. So if an employer is wanting global engagement, global talent. Oh, VB, how are you? If you're wanting global standard, we must have a level playing field. But like I said, we also have the concerns around how we engage. Okay? Now, the Nigerian education system, you remember we're talking about our educational system. We're talking about the Nigerian education system. And the truth is, I'm not here to insult Nigerian youth, but many are intelligent, hardworking, and resilient. But let us ask ourselves, is our education system truly preparing people for modern jobs? Remember, we were talking about what our education system looks like. So if the last time the school curriculum was updated was far back in 94, are we well prepared? Is the Nigerian system preparing the Nigerian youth for modern jobs? Let's get our youth to write professional email. You will be amazed. Just call random youths, tell them to come and write professional email. Even the way they write, look at Agbabi Akabi, what he call himself. Ordinary to write, just to disagree. You nonsense people, you kinika, they enter, they turn to Danfo driver, they turn to Omo garage. They're not even able to ordinary CV. A lot of people don't know how to put their CV, how to articulate their CVs. Right? A lot of people don't know how to articulate their CV. In short, if you look at some of the CVs, I look at it very well on LinkedIn. When you look at CV of some Nigerians on CV, like some of the students the students I do private tutoring for, when I look at their CV, I'm just like, they are so focused on academic qualification. Where is their skills? They're not showcasing their skills. What they're showcasing is, I have this, okay, yes, you can have all of this qualification. But yes, I agree with you. But the thing is, when you actually look at skills, most Nigerian students don't have skills. Nigerian youth don't have skills. When they are attending interview, they are so complacent. It's not about wearing suits. It's not about dressing corporate. The question is, are you able to engage with questions? Are you able to articulate yourself? Are you able to demonstrate transferable skills in answering your questions? Do you have problem-solving skills when you are answering your questions? Is your answers, are they relatable? Let me make you laugh. Just on a normal level, ask a Nigerian, what is your name? Before you know what they happen, you go to hear, my name is Shokoloko Bambushi. I come from Lagos. I ate rice this morning. They will tell you more than what you expect. They don't answer straight questions. An average Nigerian, when you are, not just Nigerian, Africans generally, when you ask them questions, ask them a simple question, they will give you an essay. They will give you an essay. What country are you from? Where are you from? Instead of I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. Yesterday, actually, I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. I was born in Lagos, Nigeria. Actually, my parents are from Ekiti. As a matter of fact, my grandmother is actually from Abia State. As a matter of fact, my grandfather is actually from Otoko Kikiti. They will give you history. You will give answers that you are not even, the answers that you are not needing to ask, you go don't turn out to essay. What they've asked you is, what country are you from? Or they will ask you simple things. Why did you apply for this job? You'll come and hear, thank you. I applied for this job because the total doxology of the, you can't speak plenty English. Come and see them when they are applying, when you are doing job interview, you go laugh, you go tire. And unfortunately, you have to keep a straight face in job interview. The answer what did they give, not tally with the question what did they ask. Why did you apply for this job? Now they ask you. You come and tell them the history of how your father met your mother, how they carry one and they came back from the bed. You go talk them. The answer with it, and at the end of the day, you will say so much without answering a single question. Make they write essay. They will come they write big English. This kwakwa of this kokoko is krabaliki krabalaba. Is so doxology. Abeg, what is the meaning of what you have just said? Now question, what is the meaning of what you have just said? You get one politician for Edo State. The man go come. The politics of Nigeria is kakakology. As is kakakology, is doctromology. And we are celebrating ready and rada. We know how to, we speak English more than the English person. You never see where you go do interview. The person go come, he go use Yoruba accent like my own. Now they speak phone. You say, in it, you say, the reason why I want that job, in it, is in it. You call the look and say, hey, well, I do. Meanwhile, they're asking you, you are coming for a job interview. You did there. Some people, do you know some of us Africans, when we come for job interview, we just enter. We just enter straight into the interview room. In short, ask them what they applied for from the purpose of them applying for the job. Some of them apply for this job. They don't even know. They don't even ask them what is the role responsibility. They have no clue. Why are you applying for? I don't see in interview where I've sat to interview. Why are you applying for this job? The money is good. As in, they tell the employer, say the money is good. Awesome, the money is good. Why will I employ you over someone who is articulating his or herself better? What skills do you have? Can you show us a leadership skill? You will hear, and the leadership skill I have, you see my father is a king in his village, and I grew up as a prince. You see, in my village, I am actually the firstborn in my family, and I guide my younger ones, I direct them, I tell them what to do, I shake it. How do you show leadership skills? A lot of times, we don't relate that. I'm telling you, real life experiences. I have had someone come for an interview. Why are you applying for this role? I'm applying for this role first and foremost because the money is good. As in, you are applying for a competitive role and you are doing the money is good. Yes, the money is good. Yeah, nobody is saying the money is not good. But why are you applying? Why should I take you over someone else? Ordinary care, you will hear them. Look at ordinary care job. They are asking us for experience. Yes, they will ask you for experience. No be spice, so I'm being honest. Of course, I can't be specific with what I'm saying. But I've seen all sorts in job interviews. I've had situation, in short, I had a situation whereby we did a job interview. The person came and applied for the job and cannot remember the role. He was actually asking us, the interviewers, when we're like, why did you apply for this job? He said, sorry, what's the role of the job again? I'm telling you, ho-ha. Ask them in social work, why do you want to become a social worker? The money is good. You know, most of the children in this country, they don't know how to behave themselves. So I'm here to come and teach them how to behave themselves. You come and fry yourself. You fry yourself. You will hear people say, I'm applying for this job because I want to change things. How can you change things when there's organizational framework? A lot of times, we ask yourself, how do you answer questions? Even ordinary calling, how do you engage? Simple question, they will ask you, where are you going? You will go and discover, you will describe Shokoloko bamboo sheets. You go carry map of Nigeria, put for head. Because you're not able to articulate yourself. Meanwhile, if you answer straight questions, it actually makes you more structured. It even gives you a soft landing. Because remember, in interviews, you are being marked. Are you employable or you're not employable? That's the marking. A lot of our people, do you attend interview workshops? Most times they don't. You will hear, I'm applying, I want to be a manager. Okay, Ngwanu, nobody's making you be manager. Do you know what it entails to be a manager? Or you think it's just about, you sit in your office, you are managing staffs. What do you bring to the table? How do you adjust? How do you ensure that the staffs adjust to adhere to professional standard and structures? A lot of people, can you use modern? Do we ask you in the angle of modern software? Some people don't even improve their skills. There are a lot of people in Nigeria. They know the name of, you go see them. In America, Roosevelt went to the markets. In America, Jimmy Carter went to the zoo. Ask them about software. A lot of them don't even know, they don't know anything about software. The career you want to get into, an average African, why do you want to do this job? There is money there. What is the career progression in that job? They think, is money there. Just like when they go and say they are doing trucking. It's trucking, Go and watch them on the Freezer show. It's trucking. It's all about money. And money does not give you career satisfaction. Because you can earn good money. You can earn whatever what you call good money is subjective. You can earn the money and not have career satisfaction. Have you not seen where people earn 6-figure salary and they do not have career satisfaction? Hello everyone, I'm greeting you all. Then we come down to customer service. Do we have good customer service? Who they say, buy you? Look, I do not do refund. Please, you just phone, like go our African shop or our African restaurant. Go to our African restaurant. Go and order for food. Now so they go to work up and down like Ilekedi. They go to work up and down. For Nigeria, customer service in Nigeria is zero. It is based on, do you know who I am? If you no get money, hide your face. You hear, I don't refund. I may not be here with day. When very dark man, they call people out. No, go look there for Instagram. We talk anyhow. We have no customer service is zero. Even the way we relate to ourselves. Isa, how are you? Even the way we relate to ourselves. We don't know how again, communication comes back. It comes back again to effective communication. On this platform, anybody that call me, I will share into recording. The question is, what's the GDPR law around that? What's the data protection law around it? Why are you recording? What are you recording for? And if you're going to record, how long are you allowed to keep that recording legally? And that's why you see within our community, we rather plenty. The things that we will do within ourselves, we can't try it with the host community. That's why you will see people, they will just carry, you will speak to customer. You and customer have dealing. They go carry all the customer document, all the customer information and everything. They say for Instagram now. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of them, they go just pack them for Origba. I be not be here with day where they say husband and wife, they do a threesome with another person. They say the husband go post her for WhatsApp group. As how? And then the woman in question decide, say she wants to threesome agbo. That's, to her, she's doing branding. But in a sane society, her behavior raises questions. Then, the very big one, understanding workplace culture. There's a difference between the way you behave at home. If you get problem for house, you know they carry and come work. There are a lot of stuff that is disturbing me. I no go carry and come social media. Because my life on social media has nothing to do with my personal life. You carry and come social media. Some people they never take their medication. They will come social media, come they do ready and rada. You will see people at work. Hi, what is it? Now make you go see people, they will go work. I be not be here with day for most jobs. You will see them, let us pray. Hello, how did your religion get into your workplace? They want to do meeting. In short, honestly, that thing makes me laugh. They won't do meeting for work. In the morning, early in the morning, I will rise and praise the Lord. How did your religion get into your work? How did it get there? Before we start today, oh yeah, everybody, let us pray. Father Lord, as we start today, bless the rice, bless the beans, bless the waka, bless the peas, bless the cat, bless the this. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. What if the people you employ are not practicing Christians? The one with Muslim, they go tell what? They go tell where Adura. There are people who have been sacked. There are people who have been sacked from work because they refuse to participate in prayers. Or you will hear, I can't come to work, we have program in our church. Those are questions. We have work. In short, that one is another story entirely. Look at Covenant University. At least we did that one, where they say you have to pray. You have to attend chapel by fire by tulas. I want to assume maybe most of the other Christian faith universities do the same. They impose religion on you. At workplace, employer, you go they see and where employer, where would they hear say employer they slap person? Some na money na back for grand before you go get promotion. If now you be the latest Oriopon for Oga table, now you go dey command wetin dey happen. Look at the dressing. Some people, in the name of their working, the name of the be secretary is Seke, they leave you with nothing to imagine with their dressing. You will even see some people, they will be at work now, so they go dey chew chewing gum. They go. There's no work, there's no culture at all. Some will even be on the phone. They'll be talking to customers. Hello, my boyfriend, how you dey? They have there's no courtesy. They're on their phone 247. A lot happens. Some universities still focus heavily on theory. I don't see person wey study computer for Nigeria, computer science, I mean, wetin he say he study. Now when he come Edinburgh University, now he see computer for the first time, where he use most of the software, not for the first time, but most of the software the person studying in computer science. Now for university for Edinburgh, now he for see the thing. And they can't draw. He said they draw they draw am for board. There's no practical skills. People, they study engineering, they study mechanical engineering. There's no theory to it. They know everything in theory. They know it in theory, but there's no practical. Some people, they can use mouth to repeat, to do mechanical engineering. There's no work placement. There's no theory. There's no apprenticeship system. Meanwhile, look at nursery school in Nigeria. The nursery school in Nigeria, some schools, they are teaching their children mukoko melon. How is that related? We will see videos of children in China where they are learning basic skills. They are learning skills. Primary school, they are learning things. We have children who are 10, 11. They don't have social skills. They can't even pour water. They can't even put ordinary microwave. They can't put it on because now house girl I go do one for them. We have people in university who do not even know how to cook. They don't have they don't even understand finances. They're not financially literate. You go, yeah, I'm going to go and meet my mommy. Hey, Kaite, come and make the rice for me. Even their room, they can't care for their room. A lot of them will come abroad, come and see them. Do you know who my father is? Do you know who my mother is? Now they're going to tell you when they come abroad. Some universities focus heavily on theory, while the world has moved towards practical and digital. Then again, it comes back to the Nigerian. Good evening, everybody. Again, it comes back to the Nigerian education system, while we are all focused on theory. The education system, there are practical skills to learn. You are engaging. Hey, Dry Smoke, good evening, sir. There's practical skills to learn, but hey, digital skills we can't compete. Meanwhile, companies in fintech, all this bank, customer relation, they are AI driven. The kind AI where we know how to do. Now AI make we dey carry goat they put for person head. Now AI of fracas. Now AI of make we dey curse ourselves. Look at the churches, even the churches, they are improving their skills. There is a go look, there is a with all this carabarabaro way they do, they improve. They actually use AI now to create different things. They're even using AI to do short Christian stories just to gain attention. Look at them when they're advertising in their churches. So most of the students we are producing, most of the graduates we are producing, they are struggling. The basic Nigerian education system is struggling to adjust. Imagine if curriculum has not been updated since 94. They are even struggling. They are struggling. There are still schools in Nigeria that they do not have whiteboard. It's blackboards they have. There are still universities, public universities, that still do not have computers in their computer labs. Then, let's now go. Nigeria is producing graduates, but the market is demanding employable skills. Isn't it? Now, let's look at the part of poverty. Of course, with poverty, confidence is being affected. With poverty, people are not exposed. Poverty affects opportunities. Some Nigerians are trying to survive impossible situations. Imagine make us to strike for how many months. Some students, they are in public schools. ASU don't strike now for almost a year. Nothing dey happen. Look at the hostels of some higher institution in Nigeria, the government owned ones. Look at the hostels. You even fear yourself go catch fear. How do you focus on learning when you no get stable electricity? NEPA go take light, water no go dey. Okay, I will check it, sir. Water no go dey, laptop no dey, internet access no dey. There's no mentorship. And sometimes to even shop sef, no be we dey talk say if 70,000 na minimum wage, no be papa wey get money na go. How much ordinary garri don turn to rich man food. Even geisha sef, we dey count the amount of fish wey dey inside geisha now. Some people are so talented, but it's a case of who do you know. Remember say that one too na another factor for Nigeria. Who do you know? Who is your father? Who is your mother? And if you no get father, you no get mother, you go enter big brother house. You go enter big brother house so that you go bench. When you don't bench, you finish. At least you go become your celebrity. They go come begin to sign you for deal. You can see how people go to do what they're not comfortable doing. So if employer wants a world class, then investment in training and human development must improve. Nigerian budget, every year they budget, you go dey hear trillions and trillions. Wetin dey use the money? Na paper na we dey see am. They pad budget, na paper na we dey see am. We no dey see anything. Again, it comes down when your leaders, when their children are not engaging, they themselves are not engaging in the system. How can they improve a system that they don't engage in? Now let's come and talk about the cocoa of the cocoa. Everybody now dey japa. Ologbeni, the Nigerian government have decided that Nigeria is not an habitable place. People dey japa. Those wey no japa, they look for international companies to work for. Because hello, who want to settle for 200,000, 500,000, 1 million when they have better opportunity? When Google dey employ, when Meta dey employ, when Microsoft dey there, when KPMG dey there. That one day, people just dey japa. And do you blame people for japaing? Of course, when they japa, they know say better pay dey, better work opportunity dey, stable system dey, better quality of life dey, smooth promotion dey, improvement of training and skills dey. No be say employer go dey look them, go dey talk nonsense. If Nigeria, where do you have Nigerians abroad that they don't thrive? Even this carers job, Nigerians are thriving. Go and look at our NHS. NHS is filled with if you want to see the history, if you want to understand migration, come to NHS. We have consultants, we have Nigerians who are thriving in everywhere they are. Yet, our government don't send us. They don't send our papa. And this statement, you know, some people go talk and they go say, no be, no, abi, wait, no be Nigeria, no be here we dey. Where Tinubu come UK and some Nigerians who are abroad, they do, on your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate, they won't stand on mandate, now they come UK. If you want to stand on mandate, you suppose go back, go Nigeria, go the stand mandate. The day UK, they sing on your mandate, we shall stand. Meanwhile, that UK, like no they go, water no they go. Everything is stable. You know what you're up to. And the fact that people keep, like I always say, if Nigeria was good, a lot of Nigerians have no business being abroad. And you know what? Our policymakers, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Look at the campaign what they do now. They don't even send you na middle level. Everybody just a shuffle the change. They don't send you. Our president is sick now. He go come out for Nigeria. The big men go sick, they go come out for Nigeria. They don't care because they don't interact with the system directly. Rosie, even me, if Nigeria work, there's no reason why I can't return back to Nigeria. I wish what I'm doing here, I wish Nigeria is stable. I would go back because I have a lot to contribute in Nigeria compared to contributing here. But hey, it is what it is. And then, employers too, they are part of the problem. Some companies, they want 5-year experience. Some, they want multiple skill. Some, they want weekend. Some, they ask you, they go even answer for the head of your papa. Look at their job advert. They are not clear. They are not transparent with what they can and can't offer you. They have this policy of fire and hire without a good employment contract. Why do you want? Look, even the toasting where they talk. He studied in Nigeria. The kind of money that is offering the Nigerians that he's looking for in his country, in his company, can he offer it? Can he offer it to Nigerians who are coming from UK? Which Nigerian that is coming from abroad want to come and work for peanuts? Which Nigerian that is abroad will want to come and sacrifice and come and work for nothing? That they don't have a pension scheme. They don't have gratuity. The gratuity is not guaranteed. I beg, the pension scheme. I not be one way the people they go line up for pension to go and collect their what do they call the name of the thing when they go collect when they go line up. Nigerian company will be say today they are existing. Even this Moniepoint. It used to be known as another name before. She not team something. It wasn't Moniepoint before. You could wake up one morning now and decide you want to sell it to somebody else. And you know, say Nigerian employer, they don't send your papa because they are not obliged. They can fire you and hire you when they want. Also, some companies, they have a very toxic work culture. Now we they talk in the morning, they go say they won't pray. You know, come prayer, they go sack you. Abi your guy they bench. And if the day when you're benching a contract don't finish with Oga go just dispose you. You no go tell you anything. They have a lot of unrealistic expectation. They get poor career progression. Some people some people they're not promoted based on merits. Some is based on benching. It's based on how you know Oga. There's lack of mentorship, there's lack of peer support. Some staff, look at the kind of demand where they go put for marketing. They will ask you to go and produce. You go even hear them when they will tell you, say, we don't care how you get the money. This is your target. We don't care how you get it. On top, say they do marketing. You don't turn to beautiful ladies of honor, men of honor. You will here use what you have to get what you want. Your mental health is not protected. Your dignity is not protected. You don't have a good work balance. Every employee wants to have growth. You want to know where you go. Professionally, you want to know where you're going. You want to understand your career opportunities and development. And you want to be respectfully treated. Your pension. Why should you work for years and you can't have a good pension? Why would you have to beg for what you are entitled to? Of course, we know that AI is a future. We know that people need to change. People need to adapt skills. We know that people need, organizations as well. Employers, hello, Dubia. Employers as well, they need to adapt. You want global standard, you should provide global standard for all your employees. There's no reason why you have employees and you can't pay them their pension. What is their pension? Of course, we know communication skills need to improve. And of course, like every other thing, even those of us who live abroad, you know that your what's the name? It's not just about your qualification alone. It's the skills. What skills do you have to offer? So of course, like we said, digital marketing skills is very important. Customer support is very important. Cyber security, cloud. There's so many skills to have. And let's be honest, not be everybody go be techie person. But hey, we can't. We also need, you have to improve yourself. Remember yesterday we were talking about Bawura. Person do pastor for 29 years. Improve skills. He doesn't have a plan for his future. He has not invested in his future. But what this guy is saying, in fairness, let's listen to him again.
24, we made a decision that we will no longer hire from any other place than Nigeria, and we chopped the cane in 2025. We chopped the cane in 2025. It hits me to the bone when Auntie Kemi also mentioned that even Alhaji Dangote was saying that Nigeria, if you go to Moniepoint career websites, which you can go and apply if you want to, we have probably maybe 500 vacancies or so. And we are struggling to find people to fill those roles. Not only could we not find people at the quality and the quantity we needed them, the few people that we found were not up to the global standards of quality that we needed. And we're competing globally. You're not competing with just local players. You people know my biggest competition. You know where they're from. They're from China. I'm competing globally. I need to make sure that I have world-class people working in the organization. And here I am, looking for Nigerians that cannot meet the requirements that we need to meet to be able to compete and build world-class products. I blame quite a bit of things.
Now, what this guy, the summary of this guy's of Moniepoint, this is speech has exposed a lot of things. He's talked about unemployment. He's exposed the concerns around poverty, brain drain, educational gap, workplace expectation, and changing global economy. Right? We know that Nigeria, 64% of the Nigerian population is made up of under 30s. But the question is Nigeria ready for the future? The future that these employers are looking for, the future that Nigeria needs. Are we ready? Solution great. Yeah. Many Nigerian youth are struggling inside a system that often fail to prepare and support them properly. That is just the truth. And also employers. What's the government doing about employers aligning to global labor law? Because if employers improve, if the labor law improves, I can tell you, the employers would definitely think they will find employable youths, and they would push for education system to be better influenced, to be better regulated rather. But employer no care because they know say private university dey there. They know say cheap labor, the bad system. The employers are thriving in the bad system and bad policies of Nigerian system. So it is actually in their best interest for all these Nigerian employers. It is in their best interest that the system does not regulate itself, because that way they are able to take advantage of the poor labor law. This Mr. Tosin wey dey talk so, I'm very sure if he has children, his children are not interacting in the system. The problem for me, as far as me I'm concerned, is not lack of job, it's not lack of skill, or poor salary or brain drain. The real problem is the labor law in Nigeria. Our Nigerian government needs to do an overall policy reform in education, employment, and social and quality of life for every Nigerian. Welfare policies need to be put in place. We have all of these things on paper, but how does it translate? How come our education curriculum, the last time it was updated was 94? How come private schools, both primary and secondary school, how come they're allowed to run riots? How come employers can do what they like? How come people are running up in jobs, their pension is not guaranteed? How come employers are so powerful that the government cannot regulate them? These are questions that we should live with. Anyway, so thank you. Do people want to call in? If you want to call in, otherwise, I'm tired. I have to be honest. Holiday don't finish now. Make I go face my reality. So, imagine minimum wage is 35 pounds. Ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú tó ń tẹ̀rín. 35 pounds loan. You no even reach wetin at the end per hour. Wahala dey o. 35 pounds loan. Make I dey go. Now with the election dey come for Nigeria next year. Now whatever party you are voting for, this is high time you start demanding a better governance. That is all it is. Anyway, I'll see you all later. I'll see you all tomorrow, maybe later in the evening tomorrow. Make I go, if last time I didn't do online, make I go watch Ibiye Papa shenanigans. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you all later. Take care. Bye.